chat saying stuff like, you're playing with them. I don't really care if you play with them. I guess you're not playing with me. And it's like, Jesse, you know why I'm not playing with you, because all you want to talk about is the fight. And that's where I stand. So I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't even want to talk about it myself, because all it brings is more stress that I don't need. Really? Really?
What?
Really? I'm just waiting. Nope, now there's two people watching. Who knows who the second person is? Are you the one leaving comments, or is someone else now? Yeah, it's still you, but oh, I'm waiting for the second person that's watching to leave a comment. I'm gonna say the second person's TJ or Logan. Come on, game. Let's get this going. Leave a comment if you wanna talk, whoever you are, because I don't know who you are unless you leave a comment. Oh, it's Alex. Hi, Alex. Alex is watching. So, Alex, if you happen to talk to your cousin, just tell him that I'm not playing with anyone. Caleb isn't even playing the game with me. He's just in a party with me. And I'm not playing any games with anyone until the argument's over. So, and that's up to your cousin and TJ to decide when it's going to end. Or Caleb, if he'll ever agree to finally understand that Jesse didn't do anything to you, boy. I mean, Caleb, why do you not like Jesse? Just so it's on record again. Caleb.
The only reason that I really don't like Jesse is he's being a dick to TJ.
Okay. And yes, that's a fair reason. There's nothing against. I have nothing against. If you're, I can't. All I can say is what I want. But think of it as, Jesse never did anything to you directly. So, think of it that way. That's what I'm making clear. I'm surprised TJ's not watching. Usually he would hop in here and watch me. Even though he's not on. Spencer's on, which is no surprise. I hope TJ. We'll get in this chat. Last I heard from TJ, he wanted us to get on and play, but I told him I wasn't going to be on today. Or I told him I didn't know if I was going to be on. Plus my controllers are almost dead, so... So, Caleb, I know you and TJ don't like Jesse, and I kind of am, so I'll explain better where I stand on things, so you kind of get the idea of what I'm basically I'm kind of at a point where, like, you know, in my eyes, both sides are doing stuff to each other, so I kind of don't care. So, like, for example, if I play with you, I play with you. If I don't, I'm not going to reach out and ask anybody to play because I'm happy playing by myself right now until everyone can finally, you know, get their shit together and realize that they're all being jerks to each other. I mean, you do agree on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That because I mean, yeah, I'll make it clear. Yeah, Jesse's being a little bit of a jerk. You know, he could have easily not gotten offended and stuff, and that's okay. And Jesse, if you watch this video, I'm not targeting you. I'm not saying that you got offended. I'm not saying that you anything like that, Jesse. I'm just speaking. I'm just saying what's on my mind. And same for you, TJ. Whatever comes out of my mouth about you is not a attack on you directly. It's just whatever comes out of my mouth. So, I mean, but I can also, so Caleb, it's kind of, I see on both sides, you know, I see TJ's point. That, you know, Jesse has been a little bit of an annoyance, you know, and doing stuff that, you know, you could see, that people would see as, you know, as what TJ said. But then I see it from Jesse's side, that, you know, all of this stuff with TJ, oh, well, they don't want to play games with me because they're playing this game, oh, everyone hates me, blah blah blah, you know, all that stuff that stuff is in his head. As far as the whole Rachel, TJ, Jesse thing, that's up to debate. You know, there's nothing I can say to that part. But as far as the video game side of the argument of, you know, TJ wanting us to play GTA and then we want to play different games. All I can say to that is, you know, and TJ, I'm not picking a fight with you, but you got to start to and you understand now why we wanted to play other games. It wasn't you, TJ, directly. It wasn't Jesse directly. It was that there was just too many fights during GTA, when we're playing GTA, that it was just not worth playing GTA until the arguments until we could figure out this stuff. And when Caleb, the thing that you need to start kind of doing better at is, you know, do what I do. So the next time there's an argument, instead of getting involved and saying that you're upset at someone, just kind of just back off and let the ones who are arguing argue, and don't say anything and just keep your mouth shut and let them argue. with the idea that hopefully they'll understand that, you know, we're all just staying quiet about it. I did tell Joanna, so
About the whole argument thing?
mm-hmm. And both of us have Joanna agrees with me that this stuff okay, and I know you guys respect Joanna, so I know if I say this you guys will not be mean to her, because if you're mean to her then you'll get my wrath. So there's your warning. Yeah, you'll die basically. So what she said was that all of this stuff, and this goes to everyone who's, you know, taking sides in this, and and I'm saying this from my heart to everyone, this is all childish behavior. She used the words as they're all being 5-year-olds. That includes you, Caleb. This childish behavior of this person said that person said this, I don't like this person's a jerk. You know, I would love to see what all your teachers would think of this if I played these videos of you guys arguing. And I truly want, you know, especially for you, Caleb, Alex, and TJ, if you watch this video, is like, I just don't understand, you know, TJ, think of what Miss Lauren would say right now to you about this, TJ. Like, you know, TJ, at one point you didn't, when arguments would break out between me and Tommy, you would be the one doing this. You would keep your mouth quiet, but you would still give advice to both sides and try to help both sides get along until the argument was over with. And now all of a sudden, TJ, you're like this. You're just getting upset at Jesse because of something that may not even be true. Like, and then Caleb, you can't. Caleb, I understand you're protecting your friend, and I would do the same. You know, I've done it in the past. But I've learned that, you know, when it comes to friends fighting each other, there's no one wins. You know, yeah, Caleb, you could be on TJ's side, but you know, think of the relationships that are getting hurt from this. You know, like, I mean, for example, Caleb, the relationship between you, me, and TJ, it is getting affected because I can't sit there and not do this where I talk about it because I am. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it, and I mean this with all, you know, and it's coming from my heart that, you know, for one, this is childish. Two, I'm disappointed in all of you.
And it, I want all of this to end. Like,
and so do I. But
for them to decide to argue again, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, see, and that's what you. That I would say that's the best thing to do in any argument, because, especially with TJ and Jesse, is let them argue this out. Let them be the ones that are childish, and I mean that with the best. I mean that, you know, I don't mean to be mean to you, Jesse or TJ, or even Alex or Carlos. That, you know, but, you know, and Carlos, I'm not going after you because I respect you, Carlos. I respect Carlos, and the only reason, Carlos, there's one reason why I respect you. It's because you put your life on the line for us. So, Carlos, I'm not gonna make you a target of anybody because you don't need to be a target of anyone. And it's not, Carlos, it's not even that I'm afraid of you. It's just I respect you to a point where any little whatever you say, Carlos, is a great thing. And TJ and Jesse, same thing. I respect you guys. I respect your boundaries. That's why I didn't push. I could have easily gone off on both of you and made you both upset, and I didn't. I'm doing what's best for you guys, of staying away from the argument, playing my games, and focusing on myself right now until you guys are ready to focus on. Until you guys are ready to come back together and realize how stupid this argument is. Because it is. It's a stupid argument over something that could easily, if both sides would just listen. TJ, if you would just sit and listen, and Jesse, same thing, you guys would just sit and listen and realize all this is basically a miscommunication. Jesse, you took the messages one way, TJ took it the other way. So it's not about this, and TJ, I'm not blaming Rachel. Rachel has nothing to do with this. She wasn't doing it with the idea of fighting. That wasn't her point. But TJ, you need to start. TJ, I know you're going into level 3. I know that's a big step for you. But you need to take a chill pill. And I know you have a lot on your plate, and I know that's probably causing a lot of this. But you need to stop and think for a minute, TJ. By fighting with Jesse, by fighting with your cousin, and fighting with Alex, what is that gonna get you, TJ? And the same for you, Jesse. What is arguing with TJ gonna get you? I mean, look at what it's done. I have a comment. Alex, don't blame me. That was Caleb. Thanks, Alex. See, Alex, that's what I want. I want the people who are not a part of this to not take the sides of each other and just back off and let the two fight it out. If they have to argue about it, let them argue. Let them see how stupid they're being. And it's Caleb. I mean, Caleb, look at you and me. We've argued plenty of times.
But that was in the past.
Yeah. And am I holding what happened over your head?
No.
No. I may mention it periodically just to remind you of the mistake, but am I making it so am I saying it every day that, oh, you did this to me, this is why? No, I'm forgiving you for it and moving on from it. And that's what TJ and Jesse need to do. If it comes to them not playing games together, so be it. But they can't be, if they really truly want to have a brotherhood with everyone, they need to stop this arguing. And if it takes all next month for them to finally come to the realization that they're being, stupid and ruining things that could easily, I mean, TJ, you tell me to always look to the future, and same thing, Caleb says that to me all the time. So TJ, I want you to look at your future. Do you want a future where your friends have to tiptoe around you and, you know, and basically, and basically not step on eggshells? Because that's basically that's what it was like with Tommy. You know, I had to basically not. There were a lot of things I couldn't like have an open conversation with him because I never knew what was the next thing he was going to blow up on me about. And that's what you're kind of like right now, TJ. It's like, you know, when we're playing games with you, and I'm saying this because it's true, that you just all of a sudden one of us does something and you just blow up or shut down and mute yourself. You know, I get it. It's how you cope, but you got to see how it makes us feel too, TJ and Jesse. When you just start saying, "Oh, this person is, he has mental issues and blah da da da," because Jesse, when you sent me those things, TJ saw those, and he got upset at them. And I'm trying to tell you both, this stuff is pointless. There's nothing good is gonna come from this. And I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm gonna say it to both Jesse and TJ. If you truly want to keep my friendship, both of you, then you will realize that this arguing needs to stop. And if you really want me to keep playing games with you, Jesse, then you will apologize to TJ. And TJ, you will do the same to Jesse. You will apologize to Jesse for blowing up on him about something that could have easily been fixed if we had just stopped and thought about it for a minute. TJ, you know how much when it comes to my friends, especially friends that are close, like you, TJ. I let you guys argue it out because I know it's the best for you. But when it starts affecting me and starts affecting other people, then that's when I feel I have to step in. And that's a good thing, Alex. If you're choosing the side of a family member, that's what you should do. But what we all need to think about is think about what it makes people you look like, especially. I mean, think about you heard what Jesse said when Caleb decided he was going to take TJ's side in this. When he said, "Oh, I'm done with Jesse," blah 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 blah. It hurt Jesse. Think about none of us know because none of us have heard from. I've only heard from TJ, and I haven't heard from Carlos in days. But think about the relationship between Carlos and TJ, how that's going to be affected now. And Carlos chose the side of Jesse over his family. And Carlos, I praise you for choosing your friend's side. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But something to think about is, if I had to choose between my family and my friends, I would choose my family. And it's only because I know my friends. My friends could go on without me. They don't need me to be around. I'm not saying that they don't want me around, because I know they want me around. That has been proven time and time again. But I'm not needed. The only person that needs me is Joanna. You know, for example, I mean, look at what I've been doing the last few days. Caleb, I've been sitting playing games by myself, playing games with you guys when you both are on, but I'm getting by without you guys right now. Having fun?
I broke in the game again. Get there.
No, of course you did.
I still launch the flamethrower.
Of course.
Because infinitely staying in that one area when I killed it.
I mean, you get it. You get it, right, Caleb? That, I wasn't trying to target people, but there was not much I could do. I mean, there really isn't anything I can do at this moment because, you know, unless for some stupid unknown reason they decide, oh well, we're gonna be done with this argument, we're gonna move on from it, and be friends again, which I do not see happening. I mean, do I think they should? Yeah, but do I see it happening?
No.
Yeah, no. And it's not even because they don't want it. It's because, I mean, obvious. They've made it kind of obvious to everyone that they just cannot get along for anything. They. I mean, it's obvious that what TJ wants isn't what Jesse wants, and how Jesse wants to run things isn't how TJ wants to run things. See, and I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but my only suggestion. No, there's 3 people. My only suggestion to this whole thing is, I think there's just too many people. There's too many leaders. One side wants to be a leader, the other side doesn't, or they both want to be leaders, and one of them just needs to realize they can't be the leader when the other is there. Hi, Logan. Logan, I don't know how I am today because I mean, Logan, you've been around recently and you know what's been going on. I mean, Caleb, I know you kind of are in between. You want to not be a part of it, but then you want to protect your friend. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
And so do I. Go ahead.
I do want to protect my friends.
Right. And that's what I want too, but the thing that I have come to realize is if I sit and try to protect TJ, I'm going to hurt Jesse. And if I try to protect Jesse, I'm going to hurt TJ. And so what I've learned is that I'm not going to get anything out by protecting one of them. So my idea is to let them have their argument, let them do what they want to do, and hope that they will, it comes down to the 2 of them. They have to make the decision themselves. Are they going to continue to do this to each other and affect everyone around them, or are they going to put aside their differences and realize that they aren't so different? Have a great summer, Caleb. That's what Alex said. I mean, Caleb, think about this for a minute. You see when Sophia starts messing with people
Mm-hmm.
and starts pissing people off, I jump in and I say something. And you see how how it makes her feel and how it gets her upset. So, you know, now think about, instead of it being Sophia, think about it being either Jesse or TJ, and I direct that type of defense at them. It's gonna do one of two things. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna do two things. It's gonna hurt them because it's gonna hurt their feelings, and then it's also gonna then hurt me because then I'm gonna lose a friend. So my point is, where do I go from here? You know what? I mean, that's the part they're not realizing is what it's, the damage that it's doing to us. It might be hurting each other. They might be hurting each other, but you know, unwillingly they're hurting their other friends around them. Really? Why? I saw what you put. I'm just trying to think of what I could do. And what I mean, here's an idea. And tell me if you think this is a good idea, Caleb. Do you think I should mention this once you guys are back in school to Renee? Or do you think I should keep my mouth shut and let them continue? What is that supposed to mean? I mean, Caleb, what do you think?
You should tell Renee what's going on.
And just
Tell,
yeah, and just
tell
mention
her the truth.
yeah, just mention to her, hey, this is what happened during the summer. I just wanted to let you know, so it's something that because they won't get to see that, and maybe it can be something that they can work on at school with TJ to be more understanding and not be so quick to anger, because that's with TJ, that's the true issue. It's not even that you know it's not that it's in his head. It's the fact that he just is so quick to when he sees that someone's attacking him, he feels he has to fire right on back and not think about what he has to do first. He needs to. What TJ needs to work on is thinking about the consequences to his actions. Because I've always heard this. Any action has a positive and a negative reaction to it. So by TJ saying, well, I'm not friends with Jesse, it might help him because then he doesn't have to deal with drama. But then on the negative side of it, it's going to affect his friends around him. And that's the point I've always tried to make to all of you, is that you can do these things, it's fine, but you have to think about what's going to happen in the long term. Because, like, with me and Tommy, I could have when he said, well, I don't want to be your friend to me years ago, I could have easily just accepted it and moved on and pretended that he wasn't even a person. But I chose to fight for myself, and I chose to push back and tell him that he's wrong and he needs to understand it. Yeah, now that's the same thing. I'm trying to help, the same, with the fighting and drama, and but it keeps happening every time we get on. And I just don't get it either. I don't get what there's definitely more to this. There's something else going on in TJ's brain that he isn't sharing with us, or something going on behind the scenes that he just isn't telling us, and it's affecting him negatively, and it's making him do this. Now, TJ, if you do watch this video later, you don't need to tell us. But whatever it is, TJ, understand that we're here for you. And that if you do decide that you want to tell us, and that you want to get it out, and maybe it'll help you by telling us what it is, we're here to listen. TJ, I can't help unless you and Jesse want the help. That's the point that I'm trying to make. There's, both sides have proven they don't want help right now. And they just want to be upset with each other. And Jesse, I know you said in the past that, you don't have an issue against TJ. But Jesse, by you freaking out and telling TJ that he's in the wrong, that's making a problem between you and him. And that's the point you need to understand too, Jesse, is that you can't just be going around and telling everyone, well, that we're all in the wrong, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. Really? I see what you're doing.
What?
I mean, Caleb, you I have a point, that this stuff is just becoming just tiring now, to a point where I'm just like, I'm like whatever every time there's an argument, because it never is gonna end at this point, it seems like. We continue to try to help them. We continue to tell them they both need to say sorry, but every time they do it, doesn't change anything. I mean, and TJ, it's understandable what's going on, but TJ, that's kind of why I'm not playing video games right now with people. It's why I'm kind of sticking to my own games, why I'm sticking to being alone. It's because I just don't know where to go, and I don't know how to help people right now. And this argument has pretty much destroyed my faith in helping. It's destroyed my faith in being able to help. Now I'm done trying to help people, because it's to the point where it does not make any difference. And Jesse, it's the same for you. Jesse, you and TJ are, you two are two of my best friends. And watching you guys fight, listening to it.
It's not friends.
Well, no, it's not healthy. If you want a healthy relationship with all your friends, fighting with one of your friends basically either while they're broadcasting and in the party isn't gonna help you at all. It's gonna hurt your relationships with people, for one. Two, it's gonna destroy your trustworthiness with them, because now I have a hard time trusting both of you. And it's not because I don't like you guys, it's that you guys tell me that you're done with this arguing, but then you guys break out into an argument over something that was already resolved. You know, I thought this whole Rachel thing between you two was over with. And you proved me wrong. And I'm sorry, but I don't know how to help. I don't know what to do, and because of that, I'm choosing to be alone. You know, and if that means I have to not be a part of the, you know, PlayStation group, then so be it. I don't know. I don't know because it's obvious. I'm stopping my broadcast, but talk to you later, Alex.